What's up? Welcome back to another episode. Today behind me we have a Tesla Model Y we're going to be wrapping. This is a previous customer of ours. We wrapped his pillars and his mirrors and did some blackout on his badges, but he liked it so much that he came back to us and wanted to wrap the whole car. So we're going to remove all the previous wrap that we did and put on a whole brand new one. It's going to be going like a satin metallic silver or gray color, I guess you could say. We're going to replace all the black that was previously on there with some fresh satin black. And then he's also getting some dents removed. I'm gonna start washing this thing right now, decontaminating it, claying it, then we'll get it into the shop and get wrapping. All right guys, so I just finished dismantling the car. If you guys want, I have an entire video on that. So if you want, go and check it out. It'll be right up here, right above me. Just click on that and it'll give you all the ins and outs of how you take how to take apart a Model Y. It's really informative, so check it out. Right now, we're gonna start wrapping this side of the car. I already did the hood, but yeah, I'm gonna jump on the fender, then the doors and quarter panels and so on and so forth. Along the way, I'll show you guys some more difficult areas, kind of how to stretch it, how to do the corners. I want to give you guys a nice solid kind of insight on how we wrap these cars. Update. After doing the fender and the hood, this film is kind of hard to use, I'm not gonna lie. We're getting it on though. It's my first time using it, so obviously I'm just getting the hang of it. May have looked like I was struggling with the hood and the fender, but hopefully we can lay this fender on a little cleaner, and the rest of the car we can just kind of work it and kind of figure it out as we go. Prepping it with alcohol right now, and then I'm gonna have a little bit of help laying this one on to make my life a little bit easier instead of trying to do it myself. One thing I would like to point out is it cuts really, really nice because the film's a little stiff and it's very cold right now in California. And what I mean by very cold is it's like 50 degrees. Any film really is it's anywhere from the 70-degree range to the 80-degree range. It's gonna install much easier. So maybe that has something to do with it too. a quick update. Finished both the doors. I have the fenders done and the hood done. Just wanted to kind of go over some interesting areas. First area is this door handle. After you wrap the whole area, I was actually able to edge cut around the door handle. And you're always gonna wanna do these edges first. The reason being is you have that kind of extra material after you cut it loose. You're gonna wanna push those, the higher tension areas in first before you feed everything in. Because if you were to feed all this in before you did the corners, now there's a ton of tension going into there. If you do the corners first, it'll be less likely for these corners to fail over time. As far as everything else, I have to install this film a little differently than I would if it were like 3M or Avery. The reason being is it's really stiff film. It tacks kind of like KPMF. I think it tacks a little bit harder than KPMF in my opinion. Air release isn't as good. I would say the only harder area is this crease line right here. So you're gonna wanna, I usually do the edge first right here, push it in, make sure there's no air in there, and then I kind of work all the way down and then work my way up. And then you're gonna wanna pull the corner that way. And once you got that crease down, you can then work all this out and then just wrap it around a little bit. Fenders, on the other hand, I wanted to go over really quick. I would say the difficult area was this little crease. Pretty much before, kind of like the door handle situation. I cut this whole area out in advance. And then for right here, if I were to just like heat it up and then pull it around and stick it right away, it's gonna pull back. Kind of leave a pretty good amount of material right here. You're gonna heat that up. You're gonna pull it straight down, so you're pre-stretching it, and then you're letting it go, letting it cool down, and then you can tack wherever you need to tack underneath, and then go ahead and trim, and then you can post heat. And then I just wanted to go over one last thing before I throw this quarter panel on. I didn't remove the entire back bumper because you don't really need to in this case. There's nothing really I don't really have to lay any inlays on this back, or I have to lay no inlays on this back bumper. So there's kind of no need to remove it. I don't have to really get to anything. So I can just pop these edges out so that way I'm able to wrap underneath and wrap around when I wrap the bumper. Finish the back bumper, finish this quarter panel. Very happy with the way it came out. So this back bumper is nothing really too special. So when I stretched it around and in. That way I was able to pull this in really nice and get that wrapped to this edge right here. I don't have too much left on this car actually. I just have to knock these two doors out, which will go pretty quick. Just finished knocking out pretty much the whole body of the car. All that's left on the actual body part are the pillars. These are quite difficult to do in one piece, especially with this film because it's stiffer. You have to stretch it a certain way around this little duck lip thing right here. And then because it's white, you have to take extra precaution of not cutting it too short to go underneath the glass. Right now I'm gonna do all the satin black accents. They were before, but we're just refreshing them. I laid a satin black inlay piece down in here so we can cut on this opposite edge and it'll all lay in there and you'll see no white. We're also gonna add a little satin black accent right here so it kind of flows with the, because if it just ended right here, it would look kind of stupid. So it's gonna flow kind of with the trim and then kind of into the cowling piece. Just finished doing all the inlays to wrap this front bumper. I just wanted to show you guys kind of how I set this up before I wrap the whole thing with the big piece. I wrapped this whole middle piece. So I used knifeless tape right here on this edge and also down here on this edge. And then these edges are probably the trickiest part, getting that edge down and around. And I kind of angled it out a little bit just to allow, when I wrap this front bumper, allow it to kind of like feed in really nice. Hopefully that helps you out in the future. When you do these cars, instead of trying to do it in one piece, you can do it in a couple different pieces. Probably last longer this way, to be honest with you. Just finished wrapping up the front bumper. Gonna start throwing this car back together. Once the car's back together, we have one of our buddies coming in to tint the car. Front bumper is done. Previously, when the client brought their car here last time, we tinted all the windows but the sunroof and the windshield. But they mentioned to us, oh, can you do the sunroof and the windshield too? So we gladly did it for them. Looks really, really good. It kind of ties the whole car together. We're gonna throw a 9H coating by Proje on here. But we use this on all our cars, or all the cars that we, or when we offer ceramic coating, we do this coating on all our cars and it seems to work really, really well. Easy to wash, easy to dry off. Saturate first. It smells quite nice. Don't use the audio, Bella, please. Well, that's a wrap on this Model Y. It looks pretty damn stunning if you ask me. I really like the contrast of the metallic satin silver and the satin black. It looks really, really good together. If you like this type of content, just let us know. Put our website right here. It'll also be down in our description. Go check that out and see what we got going on over there. Always, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. And always stay tuned to see what we got coming up next.